Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph. This is Gamedec. This is a cyberpunk RPG which has no combat, so you know I'm going to excel at this game, right? If you've seen my Pathfinder Let's Plays, you know my tactical capabilities are quite limited, so I had to just pick a game that has no combat. So in this game we're gonna play a detective that goes into virtual worlds to solve problems. I'm super excited. I think this game is flying under the radar a little bit. Let's jump in.
It's a strange profession, Gamedec. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail. A flaw in the source code. Backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game deck. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. This is my story. What's yours?
Well, those graphics look amazing. And I'm quite curious to see what the introduction shows is what we're actually going to be doing. Like looking for mistakes and errors in the code and try to exploit them in order to solve whatever it is that we're trying to solve. So we get to pick a character. We want a female game deck or a male game deck? I'm just gonna look at all of them. Like I love the graphics so far. I like this glitchy feel. That is so nice. Oh, this one. This one looks super cool. Yeah, we're going with this picture. That looks badass. I love that hairstyle. Okay, what are we gonna call her? How about we call her Cylia, written like this. And we get to pick low city or high city. We're from the high city, why not? Does it, no, it doesn't explain what that is. Okay. Values. Self-direction is the dominant value guiding your character before they choose the game deck profession. Your choice will determine the aspects they will start their adventure with. Okay, so we have a flame, a light bulb, a puzzle, and a heart. Stimulation. Hedonism. Achievement. Power. Okay, so I'm guessing the flame icon is your strength. Security. That might be the hacking stuff, which is the puzzle, I guess. Conformity. I would like something with at least 2 in the puzzle. So hedonism has 2 light bulbs and 2 puzzle pieces. Or we could go to security. How about we go like this? Let's go all coding, I guess. I didn't remember why I had become a game deck. To choose a dialogue option, left click its text or click the corresponding number on your keyboard. To see the history of your current conversation, click the arrow at the top of the dialogue window. Okay, that's clear. At some point I must have decided that it was a reasonable way of making money. Then I just got used to it. So we can recall our career. I solved numerous cases, so people started to believe I was credible. Credibility was crucial in my line of work. Pretty much everything can be falsified. You can't fake credibility. Games, besides being my workplace, also became my second home. Did I ever play for fun? Yeah, sometimes I did. Right, let's look around. I was surrounded by the real world, that is, Realium. I could hear Warsaw City humming outside the window. I lived in Towerstone and Wola. It's the end of the 22nd century. People were crazy happy. Kidding, some were, some weren't. Which group did I belong to? Wasn't sure. Time to check if there's any new jobs. Can left click anywhere on the ground to move. Use the tab key on the keyboard to adjust movement speed. Okay. Left click any interaction icon to interact with the object or person in your environment. And then some interaction icons are always visible, others will only appear when the circumstances are right. When you're near them. Right. We cannot move around the camera so far. Let's look out the window here. Warsaw City, my polis. Walkways, squares, space and chasms. That's what modern cities look like. The middle layer, mid-city. Despite dense developments, you could still see the sun, pieces of the sky, as well as the long way down. Yeah, I think it's a nice view. Felt a connection with the people above and below. Oh, look at that. What is he scanning?
Stars, play now.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine in a couple of years you're looking out the window and there's a droid flying by showing you a commercial outside your own window? My goodness. I could hear the transit tubes, the Numobiles, the humming ads. It was never quiet. This was where the rich met the poor, light met darkness. A place where you could be pretty much whoever you wanted to be. Where advertising drones peeped through people's windows looking for new victims. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so funny. What does this mean? Glazier, send the advertising drone away. You're well versed in both virtual and real technologies. You know where to look for power nodes, cables and virtual developer stacks. You can open them, hack them, change their settings. Aspects are part of Gamedec's personality, expressed through actions, thoughts and emotions. Be kind to gain the empathy aspect. Inspire someone to gain inspiration. Oh, right. Oh, that is very cool. Aspects are grouped into 4 following personality types. Decisive, which is red. Analytical, it's blue, so that's what we're excelling at. Creative is yellow and sociable is green. Aspects are used to unlock professions. Hold down the left mouse button on a chosen profession to unlock it. Professions unlock special conversation options, enabling you to do more. Hover your cursor over a profession to see its description. Oh my goodness, there is so many. So let's see, this is determination, authority, sincerity. Oh, okay, that's all skills, I guess. Inspiration, spontaneity, optimism, verbosity, atmosphere. Alright, rules, calm, caution, I'm doing pretty good at those. And then trust, right. We got a molecular scripter. Knowing your interlocutor's personality type, you can hack into the local media stream and serve them a modified news and adverts feed to directly influence their decisions. Subtle, unnoticeable, efficient. Oh, and they have their own requirements. Oh, this is really cool. You got the brain fixer. All you need is at a glance at your lenses to learn what devices are in the vicinity and what kind of media equipment your interlocutor use. By linking the right devices, you can influence a person's mind. You can alter their mood, attitudes, and how they view the situation. We got a sensory surgeon. Oh, no, I don't meet requirements. You know the human body inside out. You can assess someone's health based on a test result or just by talking to them. You know the dangers of using wrong equipment or chemicals for virtualia? The dead hold no secrets from you either. Whoa. For you, one look is enough to know. We've got the scalpel. You know how to communicate with med-meds, how to stop a hemorrhage or stabilize the wounded. You can use medical equipment and you recognize disease's symptoms. You don't panic when someone loses consciousness. And you can perform CPR. You're a scalpel. An infotainer. You know how to produce a net show and how to smile to the camera. You possess a rare gift, charisma. Yet no. You know how to use it. You can turn any conversation into a media interview and transform resisting interlocutors into effusive companions. People recognize you and want photos with you. Everyone is nice to you, almost everyone. Then we got the sensory celebrity. Being a celebrity is a balancing act. You must be ready to cross the boundaries into the absurd to cause a scandal because the cameras love it. But make one step too far and you will fall far below your peers. Fame is like riding a tiger. It's easy to attract attention and charm people to engage, but if you overdo it... Vox populi. Fame is no longer a tool that serves you, it is you that serve others. You know best what arguments will convince people, especially if it's about protecting the weak. Your knowledge of law and human psyche make you the master of the art of changing people's minds. And then we got the mindfluencer. According to the masters of manipulation, everything is a sale. From a certain point of view, they are right. Anything can be sold if one knows how. You do know. You're an adept at persuasion methods. Your knowledge, experience, and connections enable you to create an argumentative mix that is hard to resist. Something that I'm noticing, even though I'm not a native English speaker, but I've noticed like probably 5 or 6 typos already in the text, which is quite a lot, to be honest, for, playing for like 5 minutes. We've got sleeves, survival instinct, that's what characterizes you best. Life is a game with no rules, and if you trust the system, it will betray you. You don't hesitate to use forceful solutions, but you can use your brain just as well. You know, life is about being tough. There are many programs in your deck that help you solve problems in Virtualia. In games, you don't struggle with opening locks, you bypass obstacles impervious to other players with your cheats. You con entire game systems, you cheat as the cheater. Oh man, I would love to be the cheater. We need to work on the red. Then we got the re-educator. You learn how to survive on the gangways the hard way. Your experience combined with knowledge of the law serves you as a powerful weapon. Not only can you break someone's jaw, but referring to certain regulations, you can just as efficiently intimidate. Convince them, that is. And then the gangway hound, survival instinct in its peak form. You won't be broken by tension, pressure, or stress. You sense the danger before it manifests itself. You're calm even in borderline situations and feel instant connection with people whose life didn't spare them. You recognize posers and the big-headed just by sniffing them. And then we got the skill tree, I guess, that I can take a look at. The Glazier. You're well versed in both virtual and real technologies. You know where to look for power nodes, cables, and virtual developer stacks. You can open them, hack them, and change their settings. So that is something that I can unlock. The programmer, you know, Qitong programming language. So when you check the code, you understand it. You can find the bugs and input modifications, both in Realium and Virtualia. Everything is programmable, so there is practically no object you couldn't alter. Oh, that is very cool. And we actually could pick this. I'm guessing we need to pick Glacier first and then Programmer comes after that. But we do have the requirements. Then there's the Cracker. In the world of virtual currents, you are what gamers call the endgame. In your hand, the code becomes malleable like clay. What others find impossible to break into, you crack effortlessly, without interrupting your daydreams of snacking on dumplings. And the supervisor, you are the reistic system supervisor. You understand how objects around you are connected, what kind of networks they create, how they communicate. You know how and where you can access them. In some situations, you can see things invisible to others. Okay, so let's unlock the Glacier. There we go. So let's send the advertising drone away with using Glacier. I once installed a gadget in the window that disrupts the sensors of such invaders. All it took was a short signal. The drone received an error message that made it return to the shop for inspection. Cool. So we've got deduction. What does that do? There is no data. The main nodes are questions that are the key part of your deduction process. Your task is to gather information and choose the answer to each deduction node based on the information to unlock the following nodes. Repeat the process until you reach the final conclusion. Okay. And then we have the codex as well. So there's a bunch of characters that are going to be shown here. We have Gamedec. Okay, so this is a lot of information. Okay, so let's take a look here at the answering machine.
Looking to make some quick credits? Here at Tabletop Antiques, we will buy your old tabletop games in exchange for credits. Don't let those old cardboard and plastic parts take up space where you can install the latest couch instead. Come find us in High City, or give us a call back to find out what your antiques are worth. Tabletop Antiques, the best credit rates for your antique games.
That did not reveal very much. It's just a commercial.
Delete this since you get this. Do you know who it is? Ingress. That deletion I saw the other day, I think they were at Empress. I went back up that alley that I mentioned where I saw the shady person moving, and, you know, I got to the point where they'd stopped and started doing some fishing around afterwards, and I found a data vault. Fairly certain I'm being followed, okay? I'm in over my head. Just meet me at the usual spot, okay? You know, the bar, there should be a skin with 3 limbs. Speak to them and, like, you know, when I see you, I'll tell you what I found when you... Just hurry, please.
Okay, that sounded a bit sketchy. Okay, something happened there. That sounded ominous.
Hi, it's name of customer here. I'm Phil Winter-Drew, your favorite skins dealer, making sure you look great in the net. Now, I'm not just talking about a designer jacket here, some swanky sunglasses there. Maybe that designer bag you've always wanted hanging over your shoulder. And skins for you. You can change your entire external appearance. You want wings? We got them. Grab them now before they fly out the door. You want a tail? Of course you do. I have 3. You want to look like a Roman centurion from 25 BC? I've got the goods. So do not delay. Customize yourself in the game today. Warning, wings that actually make you fly. Tails excluding commercial sales.
Okay, if there's any opportunity in the game where I can have a choice to have wings, I'm gonna take it.
Hi, I hear you're the one to talk to when it comes to crimes in the digital world. I have a friend I think has been kidnapped. We were in this old England virtualium, and he went into this arena, and he never came out. I've spoken to the organizers, and they said as a prize, he got put on a ship that sailed out to a big tower in the middle of the ocean. Everyone I talk to doesn't really seem to care, so can you help me out here?
There is a lot of messages on my answering machine.
Witam. Chciałbym zamówić tak ze 3 kontenery masery. Nie ma znaczenia, czy będą miały filtr, czy nie. Muszę tego wyglądać na maserze. To jest po prostu złota żyła. Ten cały koronawirus to jest spełnienie marzeń. Ludzie są głupi. Jak można nie zauważyć, że to jest czyste biotechnologia? Przecież takie rzeczy nie mogą gdzieś tam sobie roztopić się w Himalajach, czy na Antarktydzie i tak dalej. Przecież inaczej to one już by się tupiły od 10-leci. To jakaś bzdura, ale to jest fantastyczne. 90% populacji to idioci. Czyż może być wspanialsza grupa klientów dla jakiegokolwiek sprzedawcy? Więc ile ja powiedziałem kontenerów? Nie ma znaczenia. Ja wezmę jeszcze parę kolejnych. 20 kontenerów. Im szybciej, tym lepiej.
The only thing I understood from that was virus. I'm guessing that was the main subject of the message.
Have you ever felt vulnerable while gaming on your couch?
Try Game Buddies. Hire a bodyguard to take care of your apartment while you're gaming. No risk of getting robbed or sabotaged. Your safe gaming is our top priority. Game on!
We got a guy calling us called Haggis. I'm just saying. If he's from Scotland, that is very funny. Someone was sensing me. Turned out to be a man called Geoffrey Haggis. Didn't know him, nevertheless I answered. Oh, you're there. Please come see me. Blue Whales Interactive Tower, level 255, south entrance. Tell you everything when you're here. How about you give me some more details? You tell me some more information. I told you. Need to get here first. Okay, how about money then? Hold on, let's have a little respect for each other's time. I don't know anything about the case, and I'm not sure whether a certain amount... I get it, you want a down payment. I'm transferring it right now, I hope it's enough. Yes? Great, I'm waiting. And then he hangs up. Man. Okay, so our new task is to go to the client. I'm wondering if there's anything else that we can do in our room here. Just taking a look around. We cannot seem to move the camera around. Oh, but we can... Oh man, there's so much in this room. And the guy's waiting. My computer. It controlled the couch, communication with household appliances, let me send messages, and did everything else. It was a good piece of hardware. I optimized and upgraded it with a robust antivirus suite and the latest drivers. A Gamedec computer. Let's check my email. Few emails from clients I'd helped. I needed to reply to those. Okay, how about we do that? First message, Senator Stone was grateful for working out what his daughter was doing in Dungeon 1337. Yeah, let's not show him the footage. Let's offer some advice. Why not? The senator couldn't handle his children. I gave him some advice. He could use it. I'm sure he'll appreciate my advice. I got through the other emails quickly. Some were invitations to events. Some were spam. I replied. To the spam even. Wow. Talk about dedication. Let's see if I got any contracts here. Already had one contract, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Maybe there would be another one. My lucky day. Mr. Gamedec. Come play Crying Guns with us. It's a lot of fun. We may not be able to pay you, but bunch of kids didn't want to deal with that. So the contract from Haggis was the best thing I could give my attention to. Right. Can we look up this Haggis guy on the net, maybe? We can, actually. Oh, that is super cool. A new case. I wondered if anything would surface on the net. Yeah, look at that. Director of the programming department at Blue Whales Interactive. His wife is Eleonora, his son is Frederick, Fredo to his friends. His assets are recorded in 8-figure amounts. Was all I could find. Let's check Blue Whales Interactive. The leader in the field of AI, their flagship product, the dating game Paradise Beach. Oh my goodness, am I going into a dating game? A little less known but still popular was the game Knight's Code, a clan battle game based on medieval Japan. Oh, that is... I hope we end up in that one. They make luxury helmets, and ladies and gentlemen, they could make human beings. Their Pygmalion upgraded AIs mimicked human psyches. Interesting. We're not gonna play games. We have a job to do, right? We got ourselves a television. The latest domestic and international news all day long. Today is Monday, July 17th. My name is Gina Gord, and this is the news. Ken Zhao, the young star of Goodabats, loses the game miserably. Zhao blames everything on glitches in the game. This be the end of the youngster's career? Okay, we checked that. What is this? Is this our coffee machine? Bliss. Has to be something which I'm unable to do right now. Oh. Control panel for the apartment's AI. A fine piece of software that didn't treat Fridge's content as its first priority. Some dialect options are available only if you have the right profession. Such options begin with the name of the profession. Click the icon on the left edge of the screen. Press I to see the profession tree. You can also talk to it. Its name is Bliss. That's the default name and I never bothered to change it. Let's analyze the system. BWI had been developing AI modeled after the human psyche for quite some time. Even the holographic visualizations looked like brains. Everything seemed fine, but it shouldn't have. If there was a surge or failure in the tower, it should have left a sign, but there was nothing. Software truly looked like it was activating it for the first time. Made no sense. Okay, let's activate it. Logo with 2 whales appeared on the panel. Thank you for purchasing a product manufactured by Blue Whales Interactive, the leader in the field of AI. BWI, never alone. You're activating Bliss for the first time. First, configure the software to your liking. Damn, something had reset my settings? Probably another failure in the tower or a surge upstairs. Had to reconfigure everything again. Okay, check the logs. There was nothing in the system. Logs of previous activations and conversations would be in the cloud, provided they existed. Probably somewhere in the Blue Whales Interactive server. Too high a bar for me. You had to be a real magician to access them. Okay, holographic figure appears. Hi, my name is Bliss. What do you want to talk about? Hi, wait, what do you mean? Don't you remember me? Why does everything break all the time nowadays? Well, that's not a long conversation. We have a couch. Virtual couch made by Surfer Inn, not one of their newest models, but it was still reliable. At least I thought it was. A poet would call it a gateway to sensory worlds. To me, it was just a tool for my trade. Let's check the fluid level. Fluid levels were low. Still had a few tanks left, but it's always good to have reserves. How about we order the fluid? Done. The delivery drone would be here in a few hours. Cool. Look at the helmet. Starting to fall apart. I would need to replace it. Damn, such important gear wouldn't come cheap. Couldn't afford it at the moment. I needed a few jobs first, or one big job that paid well. Okay, let's check the log. My last session took... Couch showed an error message and a suggestion to restore default settings. Maybe surfer and couches weren't as reliable as I thought. Couch reset to its default settings, which meant its logs were deleted. It was time to consider trading it in for a newer model. Okay, how about we report the defect? My health depends on it working, so someone needs to take a look at this. Fortunately, every couch had a sensor. Technical assistance required. Just needed to touch it and confirm. It read, "Thank you for your report. We will get back to you within a few days." Okay, I checked everything. Oh, okay, so we get... that's actually a commercial. That is very funny. And then we've got Geoffrey. Oh, that's an interview with him. Right. 2 out of 3. Okay, so the other 2 are still locked. Okay. How about we try and get to work? How about that? Solid doors protected me in my apartment. Or maybe they protected Warsaw City from me. Yeah, exactly. How about we go to the client? Here's Alfred. The director's office is behind that door. Mr. Haggis is expecting you. Codex is a popular Gamedec tool. Codex contains important information that you gather during your investigations. Left-click an icon at the edge of the screen or press U on your keyboard to open the Codex. Okay. Oh, I see what it does. So when I chose Glacier, it ate up the values here, and now I've gained 1 red and 1 blue again. Let's head on in, I guess. Hello, Mr. Haggis. The man took a deep breath and let the air out through their nose with a loud wheeze. He took a good look at me. You're here, good. Icons and tags that appear on the left of the text mark dialogue branches that you have unlocked by previous decisions. Other players might see something different or nothing at all. There are several ways an interaction or a dialogue branch can be unlocked. Your previous knowledge, past actions, and relationship you've built can unlock pieces of the narrative. Branch can also be unlocked by your background, a profession you have unlocked, or a dedication you have made. You're here, good. Let me introduce myself first. Hi, my name is Cylia. I know who you are. I'm Director Haggis. Something's wrong with my son. He's not getting off the couch and, well, you'll see for yourself. Did you throw something on the ground over here? It's been over 4 days. He entered some game with his friend Timmy. I've tried talking to Timmy, but he's clammed up. His condition makes me worry even more. My son is on the couch in the next room. Let's go there now. Here he is. Find out what's going on with him and how he can be helped. Haggis' son was wearing an expensive brand name suit and state-of-the-art helmet covered part of his face. The couch side panel warned that he'd exceeded the online time limit. Couldn't help noticing the genital area of his gaming suit was bulging. He's probably in the dungeon with the daughter of the senator. Alright, how about we examine Fredo's bulging area? Let's check if he's faking it. I grabbed his shoulders and shook him a few times. No muscle tension, he wasn't faking. The quiet sound of the suit's massaging devices grew louder as the supporters brought his body back to the optimal position. Let's touch his hand. Took his hand, it was slightly trembling but with a normal temperature. that happens in games that generate lots of adrenaline. His fingertips were covered with sweat. No, not sweat. I rubbed the sticky substance between my fingers and sniffed. Berries and chewing gum. Haggis cleared his throat impatiently. I welcome your conclusions when you're ready. Hey, dude. Like, relax, okay? Let's examine the suit. The suit was equipped with advanced anti-bed sore software. It resembled the skin of a slithering snake. Okay, if we were an infotainer, we could have checked the brand. Now we can check the material. Ran my fingers over the suit's surface. The synthetic fibers emitted more heat in the places where they needed to work harder. The suit was trying to mitigate the boy's sexual arousal through slow but intensive body massage. What is mitigate? Is that enhance or decrease? To mitigate. What did I deduce here? How to help Fredo. Fredo was agitated and exhausted. Okay, so each main node in your deduction panel is the question you're trying to answer. The left side of it, you can see the clues that you've gathered. Possible answers are listed to the right. Hover over them to learn more. Every decision in the deduction is binding, cannot be unmade. If you choose the option, let the father find his son in the game, you will in fact abandon this case. If you believe you have enough information, click and hold the left mouse button over the chosen answer. Okay, so that's the only thing that we found so far, right? Yeah. Let's look at the helmet. I leaned over to get a better look. Let's check the helmet's number. To get a look at the number, I had to lift the boy's head, okay? Gently grabbed his head, tried to turn a little. Fredo moaned. Careful, you're hurting him. Let's explain. I know what I'm doing, he'll be fine. You think I'm blind? You're hurting him. Leave him the fuck alone, I'll throw you out myself. Okay, I guess. Like, do you want help or what? Enough sniffing around, tell me what's going on with my son. Let's calm him down. Mr. Haggis, this is a tense situation, so we need to keep our composure. According to my initial observations, he's been logged in for over 4 days and there are no signs of adverse effects from the session. This is some excellent equipment. However, Fredo is unnaturally excited, and if this state continues, it may lead to some unpleasant consequences. We need to hurry. Doing a hard extraction by taking the helmet off is a huge risk, and logging out remotely is impossible, I know. Like it is in most systems. Can you at least tell where he's logged into? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to determine that. I need to find out which game Fredo logged into and then take appropriate steps. I understand. Fredo entered the game with his friend Timmy. He's a spineless pushover. That might be for the best. He's waiting in my office. Maybe he can tell us something. You better hurry though, as someone's on the way to pick him up. Sometimes you will gain information directly pertaining to the dedication process necessary to solving the case. Left click on the deduction icon at the edge of the screen and press Y on the keyboard to see it. Alright, get to work. We are gonna get to work in the next episode. If you're enjoying Gamedec, if you're enjoying this playthrough so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.